Okay, guys, going to go to Ask Scruff. This is for Nash. Now, it's a very difficult question what I'm going to answer because it's asking what they should do. Nobody should say what you should do when it comes to your own finances. Everybody has different pain thresholds. They've got different views on the market. And you'll certainly see that in the comments in my videos. But we're all different individuals. You have to make your own choice. But what I can do is tell you what I would do. And I stress that this is what I would do. And what I do is not necessarily right for everybody. Now, when you look at the comments in my videos, that is absolutely apparent because every man and his dog disagrees with me to a degree. You know, it doesn't matter what I say, but that's the world over. And it's kind of why I'm stepping back and winding the YouTube channel down to its end. So what we're going to do is this. This is Nash's question. I'm not going to read through it too much because there's a lot to it. But essentially, it's I've got £1,000. Should I buy a prop or should I go live? Well, like I say, I'll stress it's what I would do. Now, the reason being is very simple. If I've got £1,000 and I'm just learning this skill, okay, I'm still in the infancy trade. Do I want to throw £1,000 at the market straight away? Not really. The analogy I'll use is when you buy your first car. When you buy your first car, you should get something that's relatively okay, but not really something that you sort of worth a lot because you're going to crash it and you're going to break it, whether you burn the clutch out or you bump it. It's just nature of the thing. So you want to be kid gloves when you're just starting. Now, if you've got £1,000 and you're happy with that, instead of throwing it all in at once, why not break it down into two areas? I will put £500 into a BlackBull account, and I will do that for the leverage, but also because it's MT5. So that's what I would do there. And I would do that on 10p per 100. So if you've got 500 quid, your maximum size is 50p, 10p for every £100. And I would use that to build up a fund to pay the secondary payment on a boot camp. And on the rest of the money, so I've still got £500 left, I would spend, well, for me, it's about 75 quid. It's about $95 for the 100k boot camp. And you are right, I would go that route because the boot camp makes you put a stop in, makes you follow certain rules, but it doesn't kill you the account if you've got it wrong. It just shows you a violation. So you've got the consequences of what's gone wrong, but you can see it. So in that sense, and like I say in the comments, people disagree with me all the time. It does teach you. It shows you what's going wrong. And that's how you learn. You know, some people, they don't grasp that. They think that if somebody has to go, No, the best teacher in the world is you because only you know you. So you will know if you've done something wrong, whether you're going to learn from it or just ignore it. Right? So the boot camp is wonderful for that. And the way I would do it is very simple. The live is building up just gradually in the background, making some profits, not looking to take the profits out. I'm just looking to build them up while I'm doing the boot camp. Now, the boot camp, do it exactly the same, 10p per 100. Once you've passed it, there's a secondary fee to that. The live would pay it off. So what you've essentially done is you have got a big account for next to nothing. You're still trading with live funds. So if you're used to it and you want to continue it, you've earned the right to build up that 500 quid. But in the meantime, you've also got a 100k prop account that essentially costs you next to nothing. And if it goes catastrophically wrong, you've still got some change left. That's the way I would do it. In other words, I'm just maximizing the money that I've got and I'm using it effectively. Now, would I trade the same assets on both accounts? No. I would have a morning account and an afternoon. So what that would mean is I would maybe trade cable on a morning, USJPY on an afternoon. And then that way I'm split and I'm not number blind between them, but I'm using the same platform of MT5 so that I'm always accustomed to what I'm doing. But I'm getting exposure to two different markets. They are completely separate and each one of them has a reason. That's how I would do it, my kid. But as I stress, that's me. So I hope that helps you. Catch you all soon.